affecting the will of others. I'm affecting my own will.
So,
Does that make sense?
So you only do spells that say specifically that this spell is for person
of access to life that you have?
He'd be broke.
Matter of fact, you have a famous quote.
Yeah,
I think you might.
Absolutely.
The brain one, remember?
Yeah, I was holding it in too because she
Go ahead. To stop fucking banging your nails on the table. Let me see the chat. By the way, feminine. Hello.
I would ask you to get therapy because all of that in between is fine. But when you are biologically born with a vagina, you're a girl, and when you're born with a
If Kamala is denying voting for her, and if neither Trump or her, who would you like the Democratic nominee to be?
Hold on, we're gonna have to come back to this. Thank for the TTS. We're just in the middle of the rating thing, so I will.
That was her, though. So you're one of the ones who also probably argues against, like, there's like sexual chemistry and stuff like that. You probably argue no, that's
No,
not
I think
real,
sexual
or...
chemistry is a real question. Really quick, going back to the whole like dude sending you money and stuff. What about like including the guys you've met? What's the biggest like one-time transaction that you've gotten from a dude?
I mean, things haven't worked out with, and it's kind of a whatever, like on their terms, like sure. But I'm just saying, I don't feel like I need to be with a man to feel fulfilled. And I know plenty of women.
She was a man.
No. Stay.
I'm sorry, Brian.
No, dude, she's gone. Just stay. No, just the show must go on. The show must go on. 23. That's how people
But
move.
like some of them really are not, like dead ass, like are really
they are.
Okay, so
Look,
so if they're not
hero's journey, where the other sex is not relevant, that individual is training for some type of competition where it's going to be intense and difficult, and they're making extreme sacrifices to do so.
And women.
And then also in the infographics folder, there is the hold on. There's the wage folder, and in it, you mentioned women. You mentioned in.
If you have psycho.
Do you have your phone?
Yes.
Okay, can you pull up the DSM-5 and show me where it says anything about psychopathy?
I'm not talking about the DSM-5. I'm talking
Well, then
about
how do you-
trauma responding. So I did hurt people's feelings, and I said things that were.
Oh, that
you
seems-
could say. You could say abusive. But I really was. I have very complex traumas.
Away in Norway, and I wanted to build a life in Miami, so it just didn't make sense, you know.
Why was he in Norway?
He's an investment banker there at Clarkson's, but it's
But he didn't have.
yeah, no, I'm emotional.
Interesting. Okay. What about you? What did you also claim to be special?
Yes, you did.
I'm special. I feel like
Hate. I would say you're in my world with men. You're guilty until proven innocent.
did something happen?
Lean on myself and light a match because I want to do this. Because I want to be immolated and completely cook myself. And I see you going for that match, I'll still stop you anyway.
But
Look, I know how people move. People have like 5 dates in a week with different dudes. Even average chicks can fucking get.
did you remember that the thing that
You, it sounds like you're just a tip fight eater. Like, I don't know what you're really bringing to the table. You're just kind of consuming resources, right?
what does that even mean? Can you at least
Huh?
You know what I do? I just bite my fingernails. I don't know what happens. Then you can't even do it. Just to eat them off. It's the best way to do it.
We don't do any drugs, and we're not going to do this dumb shit either.
It's not
to do that.
You guys keep thinking.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like this.
That's my point. Is that like women will
touch down, wheels first, then set the nose down. There's
Yeah, but I mean,
whether you
like,
do.
let's pretend for a second I'm on a plane, whatever plane you pick.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'm the passenger. Hang on, I'm the passenger.
They're still playing games.
No, actually, they're not dunking.
They're not dunking.
They're not dunking. See, you don't even watch the WNBA. So you don't even watch it because they're not dunking. That was crazy.
So you mentioned, right, before pregnancy. That by itself is defeat your
Like, male pattern. I'm not going to try to explain it away. I'm going to say you're right. And in that area, I am not top of the category. Whereas if you deal with a woman, you say, hey, rate each other. I'm like, oh, girl.
Yo, are you okay? What's going on here, man?
I think she tried to put us on blast at the styling.
No, I'm not sure. I'm just interested.
You okay? You're making us look good, actually.
So y'all got
Personally, for like the whole like
we didn't even
skill
get
thing, I don't
started.
think it's that deep. It's just like
I
no,
don't
yeah, it's
either.
just
We
like
didn't
what
even
real
think
skill
about
1 to 10.
that.
Remember when
I'd ever waste my energy doing a spell on him. Pack it up, Miss Delusional. Go take a hard look in the mirror.
Ugliest in the morning, then. Interesting.
I'm in concerned you're doing spell.
I don't think. Yeah.
That's enough. That's
We ain't on Rumble yet. For you, confident or funny? Pick one.
I would say funny.
Why funny?
It's just
I have friends in the community. I enjoy the community.
You don't respect those men.
Oh, but there's other women in that community that I really respect and I enjoy.
Date those women.
No, but they're my friends.
Your friend, like, to be quite honest with you, we could get into clubs without having to pay for shit. We could get bottle service without having to pay for anything.
But can we get paid the same as men?
We do. If we didn't, that'd be an issue.
What are you talking
alone?
I never said I was gonna die alone.
But if you don't have children, you don't have a man, you're gonna die. By definition, you're gonna die alone. You're not gonna have anybody. Your
That's not true.
No, but
I don't agree with the
but
children
it
part.
is. Like,
I mean,
but you want them to provide for you?
Hold on, let's let
and
her
you
finish.
rely on men for money, but you hate
I don't rely on men for money. I'm a bartender.
That's literally your actual profession.
Now, and could not say it was immoral for a person to be like, yeah, I don't want to fucking deal with all that. I literally
not
just
hire.
don't want to deal with it.
To not hire them.
Yeah, to just not hire.
Get in future episodes funnels under the table for people to, so they don't have to get.
So yeah, I mean, I was just about to grant to you, yeah, I don't care about how experienced
Well,
a woman
welcome to
trying
the
to
club.
sexually assault me.
So now at least I feel like we're on the same playing field.
Yeah, no, it's not the same playing field to physically sexually assault somebody versus your perception of guy-made argument, which hurt my feeling. Their asses off, and they don't have time to whine and complain and click and do all that shit. They just don't. Inside of office spaces, sales spaces, things like that, yeah, there's a bit of that for men.
No,
Dude, it is
instead of you're
amazing.
biologically
It's
born with a vagina,
amazing
you're a
how
girl.
you can
If
just
you're
be
biologically
losing.
born with a penis,
Wow.
you're a man.
God, she made like
I
4
don't
points
believe
about
that up
feminism.
to
Oh.
Oh, okay. Your sex life is great. I'm glad to hear it.
I didn't say anything about it.
Oh, your wife. Apparently that was
You
your
said
wife.
something about it.
I was asking, can we call his wife? And apparently she left a comment, so we didn't have to.
I mean, actually, I could show you a picture.
Show me a
I'm not going to
picture.
show you a picture now.
Right now.
I'm not showing you a picture now.
You're
but-
interrogating us, and we interrogate you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go pull up her fucking Instagram right now.
She's a fat.
With iPhone 15 Pro Max and save an incredible.
Looks do matter. Men are going to judge you based off how you look, and they'll put you in one of two buckets, just like women do too. Women judge men way more than we judge you guys. We at least will.
Why are the girls laughing at this?
Because it's just like a kind of outrageous statement to make.
Yeah, it is.
An apprenticeship, and it's a trade.
Okay, so similar to life coaching, let's say?
No, it's not similar to life coaching, let's say.
It's a trade, though.
Yeah, it's a.
Are worthy of, and many of you are not getting men you are worthy of, then you need to then stop giving the one thing that men want the most. And that is unlimited amounts of sex.
More confident to just be like, yeah, I'm a 5.
No, I think it's the most confident to show that you think you're the best you are. And I've met many people that by
to abuse whenever you need it.
And you're referencing these mentally ill men that you take advantage of.
Mentally ill.
Yeah, we get recent.
These are
Yeah.
so
Oh,
recent.
yeah.
That was a few days ago. Yeah.
Say how much you've made total from.
Again, state and feds got half of it. But
Let's say pre-tax.
it's a lot.
8 figures total.
Yeah.
9
We
figures.
always go back to ground zero.
It is.
How do you translate this to like prayer?
Prayer, you're asking God for something in His will, not trying to change
Yeah,
the will of
this
someone
is
else.
all.
Nails on the table. Bro.
No.
I mean, I was a little harsh. Was I harsh? Was I a little... Okay.
What about you?
I would take confident, just because I love myself. So
Right, it's something you believe.
Right, but
does marketing your set of beliefs.
Yeah, in a context of BDSM, I enjoy humiliating men. Yeah.
Not external this context.
Girls that are involved in OnlyFans.
Well, if
or
they're
dance.
insecure, I guess so. I'm not looking for an insecure guy, so they know, like, they make their own money. I make my own money. I'm not doing anything else.
What confidence?
Well, if they're, I try to look at the opposite of what's being told, and the opposite of confidence and security.
Do you think you do that?
Can I show my ass on camera every time you say no?
No.
Why?
Because that would violate the terms of service.
What's the terms of service?
Buddy of mine.
Yeah.
He's saying just
He doesn't
ask
think
her
I
to
was
walk you
one.
through
Right.
how I land this plane step by step.
I mean,
That's
it all
he's asking.
sounds pretty legitimate to me, Andrew.
I'm not saying it's not legitimate. I'm just asking the question.
Right, but
How
I
would
mean,
do
Every time I
that?
tell you how to fly a plane, you interrupt.
I have never been able to rationally figure out how that could be possible without affecting the will of other people.
The hardest part about a writing assignment is getting started. I'll use
Allowing that fantasy to be alive in my body was that I simply wanted oneness.
Evolution is a painful path to walk.
What's wrong with that? Yeah.
Four other chicks. One of the two. Four other chicks.
Not all men are like that.
You get your money,
You
you
can
get
say
a
that. There's all types of men.
That's true. But if we are asking here what we ask you.
I was just about to tell you exactly what I thought, but then you had to pee.
We're gonna.
I've had a lot of children.
We will. I don't know what to do, guys. It showed. I think we have to end it, and maybe we have to restart. I don't fucking know, bro. Millisecond, bro. A really exciting dude to be romantic,
That's
to
true.
pay for anything.
Yeah. Wait,
Girls.
what?
So like,
Like when you're really into a guy, you'll just fuck him because he's so hot.
Andrew, to respect the boundaries, you slinging.
But here's the thing, Brian. He didn't give me boundaries. He didn't give me. I gave him boundaries. He did not say.
For honest, can you rate the girl next to you honestly, or can't you?
What?
Can you rate the girl next to you honestly, or can't you?
Necessary for you to get that money.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so like, let's for instance pretend that you're in front of your altar and you cast a spell for a bike. Well,
in and you're standing there, you're gone.
But back to
100%.
like, I wouldn't expect a guy on the roster to do that just because like we're friends and like whatever. Like I don't really have expectations for them. I don't really like need them to do anything for me.
It depends where you are. So
I'm into
is there
that.
retractable gear? Is the gear not retractable?
The gear is retractable.
Okay, so it's a
couple things, right? Now, saying one.
I have to go to the bathroom first, and then when I come back, you can share.
Okay.
How many shots? Do you guys have maybe?
We can move it on from there.
We got more tweets. I love hurting men. Or sorry, you should say it in your own words.
I love hurting men. Heart.
And I just hate them. It's like you kind of gave me an ultimatum.
How many years was it you were in?
Y'all, right? Like, hello, why would I hate on them? That's them.
What is it?
That's their own life. I have my own life. Why would I hate on a whole other girl's life?
Okay. But wouldn't it be fair to say that a guy...
$5,000. Here's $1,000.
I've had men send me more than that and never meet me. Tons of them. So all things happen.
Okay.
I have one quick follow-up I was just curious about.
I've had a lot of children.
We will get in future episodes funnels on the table for people to
Need people who have completely unfeeling dispositions for certain jobs which need doing.
I agree, because we are all tools, essentially.
marriage family that's best for society. But in your individual case, you said that like you've been in like 2 long-term relationships for 18 years. I mean, I'm assuming you don't.
I'm not saying that guy's going to have standards in return. If you have high standards, you want a guy to make $80,000 a month plus.
Well, we
He's
could-
probably going to have some standards on his side too.
Understandably, but there's some that understand there's sin involved.
I mean, Germany did. All right, come on, bro. Let's move on to our school.
Girl, me expecting my girlfriend to physically defend me if a girl was fucking with me in some way. But
No,
like
would you
that's not
defend your
really.
Yeah, but we're asking, would you defend?
Then you still do the vetting process, maybe 2 or 3 days, and you determine they're not, and then you feel comfortable, and then you move on in the relationship as normal. Let's say they're not.
That they go out just to eat and they don't actually like you.
DMs or?
Yeah, or your website or your socials or your YouTube, you know, all the stuff, and they want to give you money. It's interesting.
Of the guys who you've never met in person?
It's him.
Jesus runs your life?
Christ consciousness, yes.
Oh, Christ consciousness.
Yeah.
What is that?
The empowered consciousness. Basically, the antithesis.
To your point, they have the same degree of equality as men do. They have access to everything that men do. Everything that you say about what men think about women or what higher menders think about women is what you think.
The Nations Network. Blow the holiday fund on an upgrade. Or buy the one that's been expertly restored by some of the best refurbishers in the world.
Minority categories.
Higher paying jobs is what you're saying.
No, across the board. Doing a comparison to comparison. So it's my understanding. Like, so you mentioned like wardrobe. He has to pay for clothes. Even on like first time meeting, he has to pay for your clothes.
It depends what the plans are. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna have to disinfect that.
What happened while I was gone?
Were you not at the table?
No, I was in the bathroom.
I said like, I was like, what if I'm trans? I'm sorry. I can explain to her.
Massive,
stuff, but like they don't consider that there's low jobs that like they should also have if we truly want equality. Like, ain't no girl out there.
It's the WNBA. There's a reason why people watch the NFL and there's no female NFL equivalent. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but human beings, when we're gonna sit here and like watch a competition, we want to see the best of humanity, and that is.
So you're all a bunch of fucking liars, is what you just got done saying. Okay, so all of you are 10s, so none of you are 10s. Now, I gotta ask, all of you look exactly alike.
So I want someone because they're Brazilians.
They want you.
So no, they already really guys, so they don't need this. So I want someone funny to make me laugh. So.
But why are those guys confident?
To be honest with you, you're a predator. I'm not.
Well, you're not a predator?
No.
What makes me predatory and you not predatory?
I don't go out.
I mean, a lot of these guys are probably married. Okay? I'm literally, like, I can't help that this is what they're into. And it's not really my, like...
The kill shot. So the logic is, I do believe this. No, I don't. It's marketing. Okay, well then it can't just be marketing if you do believe this.
Do you have any brothers?
I do have a brother. I have an older brother, yeah.
Do you hate him?
No.
I just don't want to even fucking hire them because I don't like their faces. Why would that even be actually immoral or problematic?
I think it's problematic because you're not considering different perspectives that can contribute to the work that you're doing.
I think it's equality.
Okay.
So.
What else?
You did go to Columbia.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I said I can't help what they choose to do. I can help what I choose to do, and this makes me happy.
Now, with that said, back to what you were saying before.
It's an opinion.
I mean, I think
She's
that's objective
mad
fact.
over here.
The WNBA has been non-profitable since its inception.
But isn't it also because
if we're walking loud and proud, you're gonna look like a fucking superstar.
But I don't-
Guaranteed. Fact. Like,
I don't think that everyone that like rates himself, let's say a 5, though, is insecure. Like, what did I?
Brought up. We're brought to be like tame, not masculine, not be free to think what we want, and we're punished for being a man, honestly. So it's like it's tough to be a man in America. Yeah.
Of another individual without remorse, feeling, or care. It's not a trauma response, in other words. Now, what you saw of me in the last show was me trauma responding. So I did hurt people's feelings. My body registered it as a rape.
Did I emotionally rape you?
Yes. Yes. You did.
Wait, whoa.
Humans.
Hold on, I have to pause the TTS. Okay.
Paradox. Haven't watched him in fucking forever. Where's he at? I think we got to put in Paradox in W3. W3. There he is. What else we got? Jesus Christ!
King.
Your kink or your? It's not your kink, right?
Well, I mean, like,
You're just doing it for money. It has nothing to do with the sex.
I mean, I'm into it. And
So y'all don't care.
Girls, stop interrupting.
One last time.
A girl that a guy impregnates versus a guy that a man commits, or a girl that a guy commits to and gives resources to and calls his girl and brings her around in public is two different things.
Yeah. If you figure word like that when she was very cool. I just didn't know if you were like just talking to her like.
Well, okay.
Another
So
lesson in
we're right now we're live streaming.
You can monetize.
Yeah, but they couldn't. I mean, that would fall under anything, though, right?
Anything that you can monetize and you have to learn how to do it, I would call that a trade skill.
Definitely exemplifies it.
Go ahead. This is like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
If I took your brain and put it in a man's body.
Down after me, I'm like, shit.
I mean, that's kind of what you're getting right now with the.
Whoa, wait, holy shit. That's kind of true.
Very good.
There's a couple women. Yo, late.
Whole time. They broke up, by the way, and they're not even still going. So
shout out 2 Girls 1 Blunt.
That shit trash, bro. Come on, man. That shit is trash, man.
Very intimate.
How intimate?
Very.
Oh.
So intimate, I would say that it's no longer me running my life.
She's different than like what a girl I would just have like casual hookups with. It's not the same. Like men put women in different categories.
So
That's
you
just
like
how it
freaky
is.
girls though, right? Like you like girls that aren't vanilla, is what I'm hearing.
No,
What do you mean?
but like,
Yes. If she comes back, we'll be like, don't storm out like
you
a
would say
child.
that to her face?
Yes.
I would call her out.
Okay, you're being a good friend, but it's
Low morals. That's what we're dealing with. And the problem with is because they don't take accountability. If I were to address you as an individual because you cannot take and like accept that you might have a flaw.
Industries, are we at liberty to mention those? Or
After
prefer not?
undergrad, I did my undergrad at Cal, and I worked in biotech for a couple years, and then I did an MBA in LA, and I worked in oil.
Okay, gotcha. Yo,
She's probably more famous than you, no
I don't-
offense, but. And she's
I'm not.
yeah,
I don't
definitely
really
for
care.
sure. Like she out her
Cool.
Google search. I'm just saying she's really famous, and his conflict.
You are a very condescending person.
Try to juxtapose yourself. Put yourself in my shoes for a second, okay? Let us assume for a second that I had some knowledge. So
Movies, right, that are like female centric, or they try to go ahead and change the Marvel character to a female. It does bad. Why? Because the feminine experience is not.
That's my kind of thought. But I just don't think that like all women are just inherently like gonna cause problems or like
I
things.
totally
Okay, that's why I wanted to
completely
make
100% agree. But let's say it's 10%, which is
I love hurting men.
It hasn't been Yeah, because I haven't found the one. Because the kind of men that you attract. Yeah. I mean, sure, I might attract some shitty men, as all of us probably have.
And it's subsidized by men.
Taken care of. Daddy
Yes.
takes care of them.
But isn't like the reason why women's sports aren't viewed as much because
They're not
men
good.
only fund men businesses and
okay. Do you think that psychopathy is actually a medical, psychological condition, and that you can identify it?
Had Andrew done something similar and he like exposed himself?
Yeah, went over and just whipped it out. That would have been okay.
I would be comfortable with that.
Oh my god.
Do you think most women would?
I'm not most women.
Like men and women are the problem, but mostly men because men are the leaders and
That's
they
fair.
fall in, right? Like for example, women will be as they want to be. They don't need to live in reality. Baby girl just told us that her parents.
What are you putting in those bottles?
Nah, it's you, man.
it's me, my bad then.
SIGIT.
It smells like orange now.
What?
Orange juice.
You skipped that.
By the way, actually.
For your 10 men on your
Not
roster?
for the guys on the roster, but if I'm
Not for
dating
the guys on
someone,
the
of course.
You have 10 men on your roster.
For funsies.
Yeah,
So,
because
but
I'm not.
what-
If I'm not
That's my thing. That's why I'm like, is it immoral?
I have a question. Is it men do the like you're saying that would you say 10 or 5% of women cause poverty?
You would be in poverty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And that's
Her body or the man?
Example A.
I'm
It's where
seventh
most of the
kid.
child abuse occurs.
Yeah, but I mean, just saying that pushing all these problems onto men, that's actually what's wrong with society. I think everything.
Like everyone is special in their own kind of way. You know, we're made different from.
If everyone
your
is special, then
creator.
that means it's not special.
You're special in your own kind of way.
We are getting paid more than men. we have so many rights because we
Well-
fought for so long. They really are. Like, and I don't want to say that.
I don't think that there's a wage gap.
Not worth speaking, not worth breathing.
What are you talking about?
Not worth having an opinion. My opinion.
Well, if your opinion is bad, then yes, your opinion. So, look at
You
Try
are
to clip on your Instagram, like you were on another podcast and they were asking you like something about money, and you're saying, well, I got like 20K from this guy and 30K from this guy, but these were like men you were dating over the.
Side chick is kind of like a fun role to play because you don't get cheated on. No, it is because they come to you when they get bored with their girlfriends. Sorry to say that, but you come to your side chicks.
We weren't going to talk about
I
that.
thought, Bo, hang on, you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
I gave you explicit boundaries that you were
And
not
I just
supposed
broke
to
your
have.
boundaries because I don't give a shit. Because I don't give a fuck.
You didn't give me boundaries.
But you've never been on a first date where there was like I'm not talking sex here, I'm just talking like going out on the date, where he just gave you like here.
To me was, you said, listen, this isn't a big deal, right? This conversation in this context doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. That's what you said.
When?
But you said.
You say something, and if you don't, whatever.
Well, I'm just looking for a concession that it has absolutely nothing to do with your kink, and this is actually just how you genuinely view men.
This is my.
Ow, bitch! Oh my god!
Stop the show.
That's disturbing.
I'm not. It's so accessible. You get it.
I mean, it's not terrible score. 38 and 35. I guarantee you that I ain't going 38 35.
Funny goes to the male side has to go to the female side. So if you look at any big college football team, what do they always have? They have a big female crew team. Why? Because it eats up a bunch of money. They get the best gear, etc. So.
The world works by you having a perfect white untattooed girlfriend where you wait till after the show to message girls to link up. My bad.
No, I'm saying you.
What?
Say you got to meet
men that I enjoy humiliating, like in person. Like I was in Vegas about a month or two ago. Some guy tried to photobomb my picture. I said, "Get the fuck out of my fucking picture, bitch!" Like, I thought it was
Similar. No, it is different. It's.
Well, we're asking
What
for a
the fuck
different
are you-
perspective. You're asking for her perspective, but we're flipping the script and asking for your perspective. If a guy went up to your girl,
That's not it from the sort of micro level in terms of romantic prospects here. You would at least admit that on a
Men fear me because I'm hotter, funnier, smarter, and more interesting than them and their wives. TV, LOL.
family involved.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what that rating would be because there's guys who have different what they like, what they don't like.
Okay, let me bump it to 100,000 now. So.
Sure, it could be less.
What are the other ways you can
No, actually, I think it's just providing. You're right.
And my reaction was like, oh yeah, for sure I do that. And like, it's not really like funny where you like bust out a laugh, but it's like
No, would be in the back of your head because you thought of it. Well, as a person, from suffering, you through time you grow to fix yourself. You have to grow and learn that. Okay, what am I missing? Like.
Never judge how girls work. What? I don't think so.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, you guys fuck anything, honestly.
No,
Yeah, I've
guys
seen your guys'
judge
DMs to
every
other
girl.
girls.
You know how we judge a
I've
man?
seen your DMs. I've seen your DMs.
They give you the same pay, right?
I don't think it really matters. I mean, at that
Yeah.
point, it would be
Which-
which one I would be happier with.
Yeah, which one do you think
I
you'd be
like
happier
more.
with?
Women far more
Oh,
than it
I
hurts
agree.
men.
It hurts women more, but I think men are like I don't think men realize how damaging it is as well to them.
No, maybe. Of course, there's damage to all people.
Was your boyfriend essentially in your head?
My husband.
Your husband?
Yes.
Okay. And you wanted to sleep with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this account though specific to that? Or
Yeah, I don't use that account for
It's
anything
not
else.
like a personal account.
No.
You would consider it like a BDSM.
She's saying it's basically women are getting more abused than men. My mother used to beat me every day until I was removed from the home. So women do cause a lot of assault. They really do.
That would decrease half the dating pool, probably. At least.
I totally disagree because we know what that world looks like. We used to have it 50 or 60 years ago. You know what? Men grow up quicker. They stop being man-childs and infants.
Experts. Your skills will always be current.
Let's close the doors, Nick.
Maybe there wouldn't be a loneliness
That me just having a normal conversation with you like I would anybody else on this show and have done 1,000 times, isn't that a form of manipulation?
Well, you had disclosed to me that you were not affected.
Of you guys.
The guys that I want to fuck are guys that are gonna pay on the first date. It's like not. It's my preference. Sue me.
Hey, look, you're entitled to have your preference. I guess.
Well, then how do you categorize what is a psychological condition?
You can get a brain scan and your gray matter would show up differently than somebody without psychopathy.
That, first of all, when you talk about brain scans, that's
And women, and usually it's the men that are starting the problems. And all the women that I work with have acknowledged this. Like, we're all really, really cool. We have our problems every now and then. But I would say, like, more valuable in the sense that they provide. That's about it.
What if they don't provide?
Then they're not valuable to me.
Money.
They're not valuable to me.
Well, but I'm not saying on the micro level.
Buddies, and I'm not.
So you go to dancing to prove them wrong.
No, I go to dancing. I dance because that's my job. I make money. That's the whole difference.
This is what they do. Okay, this is what they do.
No, how dare you make that assumption about me? Sir?
How dare
No.
You deserve a lot more.
Wait.
I'm so sorry that happened.
But wait a second. What are you?
so
What,
sorry.
but what are you assuming? You're
a trade apprenticeship would be like an applied skill. So
life coaching isn't an applied skill.
no, I don't think it's a.
So why would you
physical
have to
applied
go? Why
skill.
would you have to go to a trade school to learn?
Into is this just character? We get these are actually what I believe.
I said it
not
was a king. I mean, obviously you can call it a character if you want. I mean, there are
Example.
fight like
But what percentage of women are actually doing that?
Not as many probably.
But there's some women doing it.
There's a
But
ton
why
of women
aren't we?
athletes too.
Yeah,
like,
sure, but that's a girl. She's dressed fairly conservatively. She has a few very small tattoos, but in general, she dressed pretty modestly and she behaves pretty modestly. So
I have an altar. I sit by my altar. I light candles.